practice in London and online. Today you're going to learn a very easy and straightforward way of setting achievable goals. You will also receive a printable step-by-step worksheet at the end of the program. But before we start, let's see if you've been in the following situation. You know you have to make changes in your life, but you simply don't know where to start from. Or it might be that you've previously set plenty of goals, but you were unable to achieve them. And you feel discouraged as a result. I personally believe we've all been there, haven't we? There are many reasons why we may not be achieving our goals. Lack of commitment is the common outcome of all of them. And you know, without dedication and commitment, it's almost impossible to put the work in. And if we don't put the work in, how are we going to achieve our goals? Here are the top 3 reasons why we sometimes struggle to achieve our goals. Number 1, we have a strategy that doesn't work. This often means that we go through the goal-setting process quite successfully. So we are very clear about what we want and when we want it, but we forget 2 very important steps along the way. To break the goal down into smaller pieces and to plan integrating those pieces into our weekly schedules. Think about this. If my goal is to submit a 50-page business report in a week, for example, am I going to be more likely to achieve this if I don't know where to start from? No. I would probably feel overwhelmed because the task is too big right now. What about if I know that today all I have to do is to spend 3 hours researching a particular topic and summarizing my main findings? How would that feel compared to thinking about submitting a 50-page business report? Better, more specific, and less overwhelming. Second, we lack commitment because we're not mindful of the importance of our goal. We forget why it was important in the first place. I may know now what I want and why I want it, but in 3 days or 2 weeks' time, this may no longer be so clear. And why does that happen? Because we get caught up in thoughts about the difficulty of the task, for example, or about any other external event, and lose sight of all the reasons why accomplishing this goal was very important to us in the first place. And really, what are the chances of me working towards something consistently if I have forgotten the value of it? Slim, right? Because that naturally leads to reduced motivation. That's why one of my favorite ways to make sure my clients are not only committed to their goals, but they also feel consistently encouraged is to use simple motivation boosting techniques before we even break the goal down. This step-by-step guide starts by asking you not only to consider the importance of your goal, but also to write it down, along with the benefits of achieving it and the costs of not achieving it. That way you're helping your future self remember why they should stay on track as opposed to give up. And lastly, number 3. We visualize achieving our goal, but we don't anticipate having any setbacks along the way. This means that we don't plan how we're going to deal with challenges should they arise. And what happens when they do? We give up. To prevent this from happening, you need to identify any potential hurdles that may get in the way of you accomplishing your goals, and also to plan helpful management of those. That way, if you encounter a setback, you would already have a plan for it, which reduces the likelihood of giving up. So effective goal setting can help you identify where you want to go, why you want to go there, but most importantly, how to make sure you get there. By following the 10 simple steps presented in this short program, you can start revising old goals or set new ones. Let's start.